hello guys. Paul Apollonia here, top rated power seller on eBay and other venues. Do some Facebook marketplace and a little bit of Amazon and a few other things. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I want to show you what I sold last week from November 26, 2018 to December 2nd, 2018. Hope everybody from the United States had a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, season's greetings to everybody else. Let's get started here. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of, not a whole lot of items I've selected, just a few of the good ones, different ones, and I'll show you some tips and tricks as we go along. Here we go. We have a original Xbox. These don't go for a whole lot of money, so I threw in a bunch of stuff, controllers, and as you can see, and 2 games. I had a lot of other games, but I just threw in 2, and it took about a month to sell, but it did sell. Took some pretty good pictures, as you can see, of the games, the Xbox. Every time I sell something that's electronic and it powers on, I always make sure I take a picture of the power button and the power lights that are on. As you can see, even took a picture of the little dongle thing. I don't know anything about Xboxes or anything like this. So that's one of the items. Aha! Just sold this yesterday. Bought it for $15 at a thrift store. Funny story is I immediately run to the electronics section of the thrift store every time I go into a thrift store because that's my niche. Electronics, stereo receivers, ham radio stuff, any kind of stuff like that. You'll have to excuse the noise. I'm outside. It is a beautiful day today outside of the coffee shop in Raleigh. So I saw this, paid $15 for it. It did power up at the store, and I figured, what the heck? Even if I sell it for parts not working, I can at least make $15, $20. So I listed it yesterday, put just one speaker in the speaker outlets, checked it out, it worked, and I stated that in the listing. Power's on, plugged a small speaker into both channels, radio seemed to work good. I don't know if any other features work. You can read that yourself, sold as is. Because I don't know, it's funky about these old receivers. And I sold it within an hour, and I made $26 profit after eBay fees and shipping. So that was exciting. That was a real quick sale. I was surprised. How did I pack it, you may ask? Well, the only thing I could find were peanuts at home. So I wrapped the stereo receiver in plastic really good, taped it up, because you don't want to just throw this in peanuts. Peanuts get in every freaking nook and cranny of your item. It will get into spots you won't believe. Peanuts, I don't like using peanuts, but when I do, I make sure I wrap it with plastic and I tape it really well. I put a good layer of peanuts on the bottom, put the receiver in, put a good layer of peanuts around everything else, put more peanuts, and sealed the box up. Sent it out FedEx. It was the cheapest way to send that puppy out. Went out today. Here's an old vintage board game. These do okay on eBay. I'll be honest with you, you can make more money selling these on Amazon, but I just don't want to mess with sending it in. I've got a ton of them from a consignment deal I got for cleaning out a storage unit. I also help people do that too, downsize, get rid of that storage unit. And I show them creative ways on how to store the things they want to keep in their house or apartment. So here's just a basic vintage game. I didn't make too much money on this. I probably made, I think shipping was about $9.50. I probably made about $10 on this, but it was a quick ship. It was in my store for about a month and a half. It's got a wee bit quieter here. Here's a great item, a washer machine counterweight. This is a front-loading washer machine. It's from a Duet. They come in pairs, a Duet washer and dryer. They're stackable units. I do a lot of parting out of appliances. So this was a real gem. I got this unit off of Craigslist. I have an email alert on Craigslist that alerts me to any kind of appliance, dishwasher, lawnmower, trimmer, any kind of outdoor equipment, because I part all that out and make good money doing it. This is one of the parts I probably made after shipping. This was very heavy. Item weighed about 24 pounds. Went down to South Carolina, shipped it FedEx. I probably made $24 on this. So far, I've sold probably about 7 pieces from that washer, all circuit boards, pumps. I forget all the pieces I sold, the door switch, and I've made probably well over $350 off of that free washer. It took me about an hour and a half to part it all out. Problem with doing all this is you better have the room to do it and have a good inventory system to find your items. Sorry for the delay. I don't know why it's taking so long. A Matchbox car. I've got this great gig consignment. A friend of mine is clearing out his dad's stuff. Unfortunately, his dad passed on a couple of years ago, and he collected matchboxes. This is probably about the 30th or 40th one I've sold so far. People buy these in groups a lot of times. So I made decent money. My consignment fee is $50, anything under $100. And most of these didn't even go for $100. Most of them were for about $50, anywhere between $25 and $60. So it's a quick ship. It ships first class. First class has, you have to insure the item. If you're shipping something expensive, there's no like priority is $100 they cover. First class is nothing. So you have to make sure you're insuring it if you want. I always insure these things, just my paranoid self. And I take really good pictures of all the sides. This one's in pretty good shape. I just got feedback from this today. Notice I take pictures of all the sides. Lighting can always be better, but I'm selling these things. I take a picture of the bottom. That's it. I take a picture close up so you can see the model number. I make sure I've got the model number and everything in there. It has no box. Make sure you state if you don't have a box, say you have no box for it. I make sure I use all the specifics in every item I sell. eBay and Google love when you use all the specifics. There's my description, very short. I don't put a whole lot in the description anymore because people are buying these things on their smartphones and tablets, smaller screens. They don't have a lot of room to read, and people don't want to read all that stuff. Excuse the noise again. Here's a interesting Matchbox boat. I didn't even know they had boats. This is the second one I've sold for about the same price, $53, damaged box. As you can see, overall good shape. I make sure that I show pictures of the box, and boy, it was damaged. And they knew it. They bought it anyway. They're after the item, not the box. A lot of people just want the box. They're buying the Matchbox, not for the Matchbox, but for the box, if the box is in really good shape. People have asked me that, is the box in good shape? Because all I want is the box. So there's another Matchbox I sold. Again, 50% of that I get before fees. So it's not bad, $25, quick ship, and it's out of here. And these sell, after I list them, they sell within a week or two. Those Matchboxes, maybe 3, maybe a month at the most. And I also use promoted listings in all my listings at 1%. I know it's not much, but I'm getting a lot of hits on promoted listings. Here's a little sale, but it's okay. Hey, a sale's a sale for Guitar Hero lot in a lot. $14.99. I think I made probably about $10. I shipped these media mail. So I probably made about $10 on them. Quick ship, throw them in a box, a little wrapping paper, little bubble wrap, and they're gone. And they go media mail. They're happy, or they got a feedback on it. I make sure I take pictures of backs. I even took pictures of the discs. The CDs, I don't know what they are, but the discs, there you go. So that was a, quick sale. As long as I can get the item in and out, list it quickly, about 5 minutes, and I can ship it out within 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. I'll sell almost anything, to be honest with you, no matter how low it goes, price-wise. This gentleman here just wanted this item for the box. Really didn't even want the truck. I probably could have sold him the box for less, but he bought it $89. This is a rare truck. I looked it up on one of the Matchbox sites. I always do that to get more information on the items. So there you go. See, I take pretty good pictures. Pretty good by description. I always say overall good shape. Scratches and wear from use. There's all my specifics I'm using again. I always use those. We're almost done. 3 or 4 more items, and we are done. Another Matchbox. I think the same gentleman bought this. A rare one. They're difficult to find. This one's in really good shape. I don't think it was even used. No box. Oh, it had a box. I'm sorry. It does have a box, and there is a box, and boy, it is damaged. They are real fickle with the boxes, which is fine. Like a lot of people, they ask me, can you send me pictures of the flaps of the box to see if the flaps are good? Hey, they're into the boxes, that's fine. And I tell them usually the flaps aren't good. Sometimes they are. I take better pictures. Anymore when I list these, I always take pictures of the flaps open. When I first started selling these, I didn't really know the collectible value of these things, and I wasn't doing the box pictures really well, but now I make sure I do them well. Another Matchbox. It took me a while to figure out what this was. Even on the Matchbox site, I was having trouble looking it up. But I think the same gentleman bought this one too. Like I said, a lot of people buy these in lots of 2 and 3 and 4s because I guess not a lot of people have these for sale. Again, the box was damaged. I said damaged box. And there's all my specifics. Same basic thing, a good overall shape for its age, some scratches and wear. I always put that in there, even if it looks like it's a new item, because I don't know if it's used or not, and I want to cover it myself. Very low-end item. Bought these at the dollar store. Just goofing around. I listed these a while ago, probably about 7 months ago. So didn't make too much money on this one. So that's $1, $2, $3 I spent on these, and I think I may have made maybe $2. So that was a little ridiculous, I gotta admit, but I was just playing around with some dollar store items. Sometimes dollar store items sell pretty good. Like I said, if I can get them in and out real quick, I'll do it. This is about as low as I'll go, though, to be honest with you. I had a box that fitted perfectly, and it was gone within a few minutes of prepping. I really didn't even wrap them or anything. I just put them in a box, and that was it. So there's money in dollar store stuff. There's just not a whole lot of money in dollar store stuff. Sometimes there is. Most of the time there is not. But, hey, it gets your sales up. This is the last item of the selected items I've chosen for the week. This is a really cool Matchbox. Very rare. It looked brand new to me, but again, I listed as used. Came with the box. The box was in okay shape. The guy wanted it more for the box, but he was happy with it. I've already gotten feedback. I tend to get feedback really, really fast with the Matchboxes. I'm not worried about feedback anymore. I used to be really concerned. I used to almost beg for it, but anymore, people are busy. eBay doesn't even track it. They used to gauge your performance on feedbacks, but they don't anymore. So that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I know I've been lax on not doing these recently. I'm going to get back and doing them once a week for you and give you some tips and tricks. I love eBay. It works out for what I'm doing. I sell a lot of used stuff, a lot of parts. I know some people have issues with eBay. There's issues with everything. There's problems with Amazon and problems with Facebook. Just got to figure out and just not worry about it and just keep on trudging along. I also run the Raleigh eBay Meetup group. We meet second Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock at Panera on Glenwood Avenue. You look it up on Meetup. Just type in Raleigh eBay Meetup and you'll find it. A great group of people, different levels of selling. A lot of people, that's their only outing for the month. So if you're a little, scared of going to a meeting with a lot of people, a lot of people tell me they love going because they're meeting people just like them. They're I wouldn't say shut-ins, but a lot of people don't get out when they're doing this. So this is a great way to meet people. I also do one-on-one training, small group, large group. and I also do online training. I also have a course on Vimeo, beginner's course. It's pretty good. Check that out, please. And all those links are below. All right, guys, I hope you have a good day. Season's greetings. Happy holidays. You have a great one.